Hi guys, Alice Taylor here down at Lytham Golf Academy, and today I'm going to be testing the new Ping G410 Fairway wood. So I've got the 3 wood in my hands, 14.5 degrees. I've taken it down to 13.5, but let's have a good close-up look at the head, kind of talk about some of the technology in the head. Let's hit some shots, some real balls on GC Quad, and let's see if Ping G410 could be your new fairway wood. So we can see the G10 fairway wood. We've got a little bit more weight in the back of the club head, making that a little bit more forgiving, so higher MOI. We have got, you can see on the sole there it says forged face, so we've got the Maranging steel forged face, so a little bit thinner face, more flexible, trying to keep that ball speed up. From here, Ping are talking about how they've moved the CG more towards the sole and more towards the face, so that we get more ball speed on those strikes. When we look down on top, we see the turbulators that we have seen for the last few fairway woods. Again, this is looking at improving aerodynamics to get more club head speed. We've still got adjustability around the hosel of the club, so this is 14.5 degrees. I've got -1 degree, but you can go from -1 up to +1. And with 8 different settings, we've got some good variations on loft and lie angle that we can play with. But with aerodynamics for more club speed, the forged face, and the lower CG for increased ball speed, we should be seeing more and more distance and better performance from the Ping G410. Right then guys, so we can see from the close-up of the club head, lots of technology in here. And like I said, with the design of the club head, we're talking about more speed. And with the design of the face and where the CG is, we're talking about more ball speed. So hopefully we're going to see some good distance and some great performance. Now I've got the standard head. There are a couple of different ones. There's the LST, so the low spin, and the SFT, which is kind of the more draw biased. Now, personally, I probably feel that the LST might be the better one for me, but this is a sample I've been sent, standard head, which is why I've gone down the degree in loft, to still think I'll get the ball launched up in the air, but to try and keep a little bit of spin off this. So this is set 13.5 degree, and I've just got stiff shaft in this. So I'm going to hit 5 off the floor, 1 off the tee. As I always say with fairway wood reviews, the key thing for me is that they're good off the floor, because there's a clue in the name, but also important that you can use them off the tee. So, first 5 off the floor, and like I said, I think it looks really, really good behind the ball. So a solid one to start with. It felt just a little bit low off the club face, and getting out there pretty decent around that 250 mark. Now even that didn't feel my very, very best, but that was pretty good, solid performance from that, and I do love the feel of this. I mean, I've reviewed driver already, that's already on my channel, so check that out if you haven't already. But I do love the feel. They feel very, very solid, but there's maybe just that little bit more sound as well, and I don't mind that. I know some guys don't particularly love that, but hopefully you can pick that up on the microphone. It's fairly loud, but like I said, I quite like that. Feels like it comes quickly off the club face. Okay, shot 2. Now that felt a little bit more solid. It's off a bit straighter. It's definitely longer. Almost 250 carry and 266. Now that was long. That is seriously long off the floor. Now I have tested, let's think what I've already tested out the new product. I've already tested the new TaylorMade M5 and M6. I was fairly impressed with those off the floor, and again, I think fairway woods are probably where we're seeing a little bit more improvement from the manufacturers as opposed to maybe the drivers. So let's see if we can get this one out a little bit more. So that one's setting off a little further right, allowing for a bit of shape that time, and again I've really got that one. That one looked closer to 268. Oh, that's long. probably as far as it is some drivers. Okay, really, really good. Now, obviously the danger for me when I'm doing this is almost trying to hit it further and further. So it is interesting to see how far I can get 3-wood going off the floor. So that one, I've gone after that a little bit more toey. Distance wise okay, but yeah, just poor strike getting that out to the left. A little bit more shape than I would like to see. So that one would get me in a little bit of trouble down the left hand side, but not end of the world stuff, and that would be a typical shaped one for me. Right, okay, last one off the floor though. And that one's setting off again, just turning a little bit more than I would like, but again, pretty decent length at 254. Again, you know, even though that wasn't as good as those two super long ones, that was still very, very good. Okay, so off the tee. Now, always something I struggle with 3-wood off the tee, so never really drop down to it for accuracy, only because I feel I hit it wider than driver. Tendency is always to shape it a bit more, probably a little bit down to, obviously me, but a little bit down to the lie angle of the clubs. So, I'm going to aim just a touch further right than I was doing on the first few shots. Let's see how it performs off the tee. So that one's setting off down the right, not shaping back quite as much as I would normally see off the tee. And again at 254, pretty good yardage. Right, so that was good actually. Didn't shape back as much as I thought. And I'll be honest, I don't really get that excited about fairway woods just because they predominantly don't go in my bag. But I do really, really like that. Off the tee, it noticeably just launched a little bit higher. But let's look at some numbers. Let's see how G410 performs. And we did say at the start, let's see if it might be something that goes in your bag. Let's see if it's maybe something that might be going in my bag as well. Right, so we see average ball speed at 150.8, so that's really, really good. And didn't really see a big change. Quickest 152, slowest just under 149. Last one launched a little bit higher as I'd expect off the tee, and spin numbers very, very good around that 3,000, even though the last one off the tee spun a little bit more. And average carry at 239, 257 total, but a couple of big ones there at nearly 250 and one at 250 carry, just under 270 total. So all in all, some really, really good numbers from G410. Right then, so we've looked at numbers and some really, really impressive stuff there. So good ball speed, averaging over 150 mile an hour, which is quick for me. We're seeing the long ones getting out at 250 carry, even off the floor. That's good, really good for me, and just under 270 total. And even that last one off the tee, you know, being much more playable. Certainly if you watch any of my other ones, I tend to get a little bit more shape when I tee it up a little bit. But all in all, very, very impressed with the Ping G410. As ever though guys, if you're in the market for a new fairway wood, you need to get yourself along, get fitted correctly, hit different products side by side, see what works, see what doesn't, and if there's an improvement, get that in your bag to help you play better. So guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like and share it, comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Subscribe to the channel if you don't already. Click the button, ring the notification bell. That'll make sure you get my videos as soon as they drop. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with you soon guys down here in the future. Stay in contact.